Welcome back to The Ambassadors. I'm thrilled to dive into today's topic with you. Let's get right into it.
Welcome to The Explainer. Okay, today we have a truly fascinating document to unpack. We're looking at a daily devotional from May 2026, written by Ambassador David F. Nwafulu. But we aren't just reading this for the theology. No, we're actually looking at it as a masterclass in modern organization. As you'll see, we're going to track how this text starts with broad spiritual ideas and then seamlessly funnels readers into a massive, digitally synchronized global network. So here's our roadmap for today. We're covering 1. The engine of miracles, 2. Biblical foundations, 3. The path to salvation, 4. The digital ministry ecosystem, and finally, 5. A synchronized global network. Starting off with Section 1, the engine of miracles, activating divine supernatural power. We're going to look at this document kind of like a funnel, starting really wide and then getting highly specific. At the widest part of this funnel, the author sets up a fascinating mechanical framework. Notice the distinct difference drawn here. Faith and authority are framed as passive states. Think of it like having a car just sitting in your driveway. But prayer? Prayer is the active engine. It's the mechanism, literally the turning of the key, that actually activates and releases that divine power. Building on that mechanical framework, the devotional lists the direct impacts of this persistent prayer. It supposedly stirs the heavens and aligns believers with God's timing. But really look at that final point. It prevents miracles from being inconsistent or delayed. Now, why does this matter organizationally? Well, because it places the agency and the responsibility firmly on the individual's active participation. Basically, if the engine stalls, it's because you stopped turning the key.
Moving right along to Section 2, Biblical Foundations of Prayer, Scriptural Precedents for Miracles.
To validate these mechanical claims, the text immediately builds on specific scriptural foundations, starting with a massive central anchor verse from Luke 18:1. Men ought always to pray and not to faint. By placing this right at the top, it establishes an absolute, non-negotiable rule. Giving up or fainting is the exact opposite of what's required to keep this spiritual engine running. From that anchor text, the author pulls in historical biblical models to prove the thesis. We see Jesus in Mark 1:35 rising early to pray for divine alignment. We see Peter and John in Acts 3 healing a lame man through their dependence on God. And we see the early believers in Acts 4:31 praying until their physical location literally shook. The text meticulously uses these examples to demonstrate that, even for foundational figures, miracles were never random or accidental. They absolutely always followed intentional, structured communion.
That brings us to Section 3, the path to salvation, a structured call to action.
Now we hit the middle of our funnel. The author distills dense